Page number 42, example 1.18. This is the diagram, given diagram in the question paper or in the question. Here asking first one, page number 42. See your book? Okay, page number 42. In figure, this is figure A, that is B. Here area 1, that is called closed area 1, closed area 2. In figure A, electric flux, you must calculate electric flux through the closed areas A1 and A2. Come on, how will you calculate? First A1, how will you calculate electric flux? Very good. First formula, pi is equal to Q enclosed by epsilon naught. Okay, solution for A1 or pi A1 is equal to, very good, plus Q by epsilon naught. Flux is possible. Very good, correct. For area 2, very good, 0. Very good. Why? Because in this area, charge negative, minus Q plus Q outside the closed surface. Already discussed about this. When lying the charge outside the closed surface will not contribute to the flux. I am correct or not? Okay, so flux through this closed area, area 2, 0. Very good. Next, in figure B, total electric flux through this cube. Cube one of the Gaussian surface, consider imaginary surface, Gaussian cube, Gaussian surface. For example, I am correct or not? Don't like this. For example, here placed this charge inside this duster. Just assume. This is not correct, just assume. Okay. So, or leave it, duster, leave it. Taking here chalk mix box. I am correct or not? This is example for cube. Placed inside the cube. Minus Q, sorry, plus 5Q and minus 2Q. Minus 10Q lying outside the surface. Okay. So, this minus Q charge will not contribute to flux. I am correct or not? Leave it 0. But total flux through this cube, very good, pi is equal to Q by Q net. I am correct or not? It is depends upon net charge within the surface according to Gauss law. So, Q net is equal to, already studied about this in the previous topic, algebraic sum of charges, total charge here, very good, plus 5Q plus of minus 2Q. So, is equal to 3Q. Therefore, that is a total flux through this cube. But this charge will not contribute to flux. I am correct or not? That is all very simple. Okay, next. We are going to discuss about applications of Gauss law. Applications of Gauss law. There are different applications. In this, we are going to discuss about first application, very 500% important. 5 mark question. No question paper without this question. That means first application of Gauss law. So, listen properly. Okay. Listen, first application, electric field due to an infinitely long charged wire. Electric field due to infinitely long charged wire. Here consider long infinitely charged wire, that means positive charge. This is long infinitely uniform positively charged wire, like this. And consider one point P at a distance small r from this charged wire. At the same time, here consider one of the long straight positively charged wire, that means uniform charged wire having uniform linear charge density lambda. This is very, very important. Here lambda means charged per unit length or uniform linear charge density. Okay. Here consider one point P at a distance r from the charged wire. This distance perpendicular distance. Okay. Next. Here consider small charged element A1, charged elements A1 and A2 at equal distance from this point, that means from point P on this charged wire, equal distance. So this is positive charge, no? So electric field acts like this. I am correct or not? From here, like this. So resultant electric field acts like this. So this, because of this, the resultant of two fields radially outwards, because of this is positive charge. This is positive charge away from the charge. This is the resultant field. So this resultant field acts like this, radially away or outwards from this charged wire. So this direction will be perpendicular to the charged wire, like this. So angle between them 90 degree. This is the direction of the electric field. Okay. At the same time, this direction also, in this side also, acts like this. Okay. So at a Q, so this electric field at point P and Q will be same. Join this point and this point like this. I am correct or not? Now it gets one circle like this, one circle like this. So at this point P, at this point Q, at this point R, at this point S, compulsory will be same. Why? Why? Because very good, same distance like this. So at all points P, Q, R, S, electric field, that means the magnitude of electric field will be equal on the all the points of the circles of radius smaller. That's all, like this. Clear? Okay. Now here consider, very simple. Here consider around this long infinitely charged wire. Here consider one cylindrical Gaussian surface like this. What? Cylindrical Gaussian surface like this. Okay. அப்படியே வரையலாமா? That's all. Okay. This is the cylindrical Gaussian surface. Cylindrical Gaussian surface this is. Okay. So due to this charge wire, field line will be Okay, like this, because this is positive charged plate or charged wire. Electric field compulsory will be like this. This direction of the electric field must be or should be perpendicular or will be perpendicular direction of the charged wire. So theta is equal to 90 degree. So this is perpendicular distance. That's all. So acts like this. All the directions, because of this positive charge, field will be like this. Okay. Now consider here one of the Gaussian surface, cylindrical Gaussian surface, like this. So here take this, take an outside. Now on this Gaussian surface, here consider on this cylindrical Gaussian surface, consider one small portion of this closed surface, small portion. Okay. So small portion means, very good, dA. Okay. This is electric field. Okay. Acts like this. At the same time, how will you draw dA vector to this small portion of surface? Like this, dA vector. This is a dA, this is dA vector. Clear? Okay, very good. Now we can calculate field at this point, that means a point P at a distance R from the charged wire, at this point from the charged wire at a distance smaller, with the help of, very good, Gauss law. How? Listen. Pi is equal to integral E vector dot dA vector. No. How many surfaces are there? How many points are there? Here flux due to this curved surface 1, due to this top surface 2, due to bottom surface 3 points we must consider. So at this point, and this point also, electric field does not change, constant, leave it. So but here this is a small portion of entire Gaussian surface. This is n cap, normal R dA vector. Similarly bottom surface also n cap R dA vector. That's all. அவ்வளோதான், முடிச்சிடலாம். Therefore total flux through this entire curved surface, entire cylindrical Gaussian surface, curved surface, plus integral E vector dot dA vector top surface plus integral E vector dot dA vector bottom surface, or pi is equal to EDA cos theta curved EDA cos theta top surface plus integral EDA cos theta bottom surface. Okay, right here this is electric field, this is electric field constant. Here at the top surface, now this is surface, we must draw one normal. I am correct or not? That is called dA vector. So at the top surface, dA vector and E vector, angle between them 90 degree. Okay, very good. At the bottom surface also 90 degree, very good. Cos 90 is equal to 0, very good. So at the top surface, bottom surface, flux is equal to 0, very good. Because of cos 90 is equal to 0, therefore this is 0, this is also 0, because of cos 90 degree is equal to 0. But at this point, this is electric field, and dA vector also like this, So now dA vector and electric field E vector both are parallel to each other. Angle between them 0 degree. Therefore, very good. Cos 0 degree is equal to 1. Very good. So pi E is equal to integral E here. This is cancelled because of 0 0 cancelled. E dA cos 0 1 so 1. So pi E, that means electric flux integral E and dA. Therefore, pi E is equal to, this is electric field constant taken outside, E integral dA. So E A. Okay, because of integral dx is equal to x. I am correct or not? So integral dA is equal to A. So electric field total area of the curved surface, that is called A. Total area of the curved surface. So pi is equal to E into A. E into A. E electric field A. Total area of this curved surface. Okay. Now we can calculate electric field due at this point at a distance r from this charged wire. This is perpendicular distance, so keep in your mind, due to electric field due to an infinitely long charged wire, straight charged wire. So pi is equal to EA with the help of very good Gauss law. So by using Gauss law, by Gauss law, what is Gauss law? Pi is equal to Q by epsilon naught or Q net by epsilon naught. So pi is equal to EA is equal to Q by epsilon naught. Therefore, what is E? Electric field. Here we want to calculate this only. So don't disturb for this symbol, about this symbol. What is A? Very good. Total area of this closed surface. This is cylindrical surface, no? Already you have studied about this in mathematics. Total area of this curved surface. This is cylindrical. Okay, so 2 pi r h. Very good. 2 pi r h. But here h is equal to, which one h? This is h. So here h is equal to height of the cylindrical Gaussian surface. It is replaced by capital L. That's all. Replaced by capital L. So 2 pi r L. Okay. Like 2 pi r h. H is equal to caps L. Height of the cylindrical Gaussian surface. It is equal to h. Okay. R radius of the cylindrical Gaussian surface. R here. R this distance. No problem. R this distance. Radius of the cylindrical Gaussian surface. Or radius of the cylinder. Simply keep in your mind. Radius of the cylinder. Okay. Then, what is Q? Already told you about lambda. No, what is lambda? Linear charge. Very good. Linear charge density or charge per unit length. So, lambda is equal to, we can written as charge per unit length or caps Q by L. So, caps Q is equal to lambda into L. That's all. Therefore, lambda into L by epsilon naught. Okay. L cancel. So electric field due to an infinitely long charged wire, no. So here we want to calculate E, that is called electric field, is equal to lambda by 2 pi r epsilon naught, or E is equal to 1 by lambda 1 by 2 pi epsilon naught lambda by r. 1 by 2 pi epsilon naught into lambda by r. This is the electric field due to an infinitely long charged wire, straight wire. Okay. Then in vector notation, E vector is equal to 1 by 2 pi epsilon naught lambda by r into r cap. This is unit vector, that means a perpendicular distance. Okay, clear? Very, very simple this. Very, very important question this. 5 mark, detail. Then final point, this charges are lambda greater than 0, that means greater than 0 means a positive charge, or q or lambda, no problem, that is all. So, positive charge, electric field direction will be radially outwards. Lambda less than 0, that means a negative, radially inwards, that is all. Okay. If positive charge radially outwards this direction, if negative charge electric field direction will be radially inwards, that is all. There is a major difference between positive and negative charge. Any doubt? Very, very important this. Clear? Okay, thank you.